Hi everyone. So I'm doing lots of videos of my craft room, explaining how I've got it laid out, what I've got, where I've got it. We've already done my main seating area, and I'm on my chair now, so that's, you know, basically I have a metre square sort of turning space. What I did is I had a 4 square IKEA unit, which is in front of me. Can you see? What happened is what I had previously had one, and I wanted to move it so it would slot underneath my desk. What I realised though was that it was raising the desk up a bit too far for my liking, and obviously because, you know, the desk, I wanted it sort of similar height to that. As you can see, there's a slight difference in height. But so what I did is, with these units that you obviously have 4 sides. Now this top bit is not part of it. This is my desk. What I did is I took one side off the unit that was built up, okay, and then I just slid it underneath my desk. So basically this bit and these 2 ends are not attached to anything. I just literally lifted my desk up and slot it in. The weight of my desk is holding them bits in place. Obviously everything else is attached with screws and stuff. So that way, visually looking at it, you think it's the, you know, is the whole unit, but actually isn't. The top part is the desk. What I decided to do is, you know, have it as storage. I realised when I was changing my room around, this is how I wanted it to be. I also purchased another IKEA unit, which was a 2 gap one, and so I've literally got the 3 going around is my Stampin' Up ink refill marker, and I have a drawer unit. This is where I keep my little mini spots ink, 1 cube ones there, and another little storage unit. And as I've said in other videos, as I've painted literally just the front of it using a tester pot. Okay, that's all I've done. I will say though, at some point I probably will just colour the first sort of centimetre of the, because if you see here, you can see a little bit of the chipboard. You might not be bothered. I'm not bothered at the moment. If I remove a stamp pad, can you see, like, it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. You're not really going to see it. But if you wanted to go further down, that's fine. I just literally just wanted to cover the front of it. So looking at the first one, this is obviously all the different colours. What I will say is, over time, some of the colours have faded. Of the Stampin' Up. It could be my room. Not all of them have done it, so I'm not really sure, but that's the colour it should be, and that's the colour it is. I'm not sure, you know, it might be that, it might not be that, but I am missing I'm missing a few actually. I obviously forgot to order that, so I've tried to put them in order with the matching pen and obviously with the matching refill. What I did with the refill is I got a piece of the card stock that matches it, and I literally just stuck it onto the end of the refill bottle. You know, that's just again to associate that with that colour, and obviously to make it look good. And as you can see, some going down. It looks, these are pretty good. Now again, as I said before, this is a UK supplier. I know in America there is other companies and other brands that make these sort of style, and these fit perfectly within the IKEA unit. So you know, there's a tiny gap all the way around. What was good about this is when I had a bit of an issue about where I was going to put this 2 square unit, is I decided to stick it on the end of another 4x4. But what then I realised is actually I could use both sides of this unit. So, you know, there's no waste there really. These units are, you know, they're not massive. These are the size of the pens. You can see how far they come out. You know, so that's the size of the pen. That's how much it comes out. So that's the depth of the unit. This chap makes these around about £50 each. Does discount if you buy so many, but he's only a UK supplier, which is great because, you know, I know there's a lot of American companies that do these sort of storage solutions, stuff like that. So UK is realising that there is a gap in the market, and this chap has certainly clicked onto that. So that's basically them colours. Then we have these sort of style colours. Again, I have a few gaps I obviously didn't buy, and obviously on to the last one. Again, I've still got room, and that's, you know, a little bit of space there, but I wasn't sure about having these so close to my chair, because what I thought I might end up doing was start knocking them, because obviously the pens do come out quite a bit. If you think this is like the edge of the unit, they do poke out a bit. And I was like, oh, I don't really know if I want them right there. Am I going to keep knocking them? I may have to move them, da. But actually, it's worked fine. I haven't knocked them. You know, if I push the unit in, then I just pull the unit back out. There's no hardship in that. And actually, what's really good is visually you can see what you have. So it's great to see all the colours there. But they're right to hand, you know. I used to have the units, and they used to be all lined up. I used to have units all along here, but obviously then, you know, I said, oh, I've changed my space around. So this works great for me now, you know, which is really good. Also, the units at the bottom, the 3 units at the bottom, were purchased from the same chap, and he does obviously different storage solutions. So you know, this one here's just got 2 deep drawers. And I've just put my Nouveau drops, some sponges in there, the Xylon machine. So again, it does move a little bit, and you know, from there, but I'm not so far. Actually, on this one I put a little bit of washi tape, which I could do the others, and I realised that actually in hindsight I should have just painted this bit off. Again, I can do that, it's not a problem. I think here are things I'm working on. That's a typewriter cartridge. These ones here, this yellow one is, they've got the little ink, 1 cube ink spots in them. This bit here on the yellow, that's not paint, that's actually washi tape, because what I realised is, oh yeah, I should have actually painted that, but I just put a strip of washi tape along there. You can't really tell, see, from this perspective. So basically, yeah, they've all got them in. There's lawn fawn. If I need to, you know, these are not fixed, these come out, you know. I did drop one, not realising how far it come out, and had a slight accident with a bit of ink, so I need to repaint that. Lesson learned there. So obviously try, you know, if you're going to use this as a solution, buying these smaller ink pads, these cubes, because I normally, obviously, as you see, the Stampin' Up! Are quite big. I didn't really want to start purchasing other brands and buying the big ones, so the small ones obviously are a great compromise. And like I said, they pretty much fill up. Yeah, so they're just, you know, they're great to have. This blue one here, this has different sorts of ink. Obviously we've got Lawn Fawn, we've got Versamark, Ranger, just blacks, some Memento there. These are like chalk inks. What I will say is, when I generally, not all the time, when I generally buy an ink pad, I try and buy the refill as well, because it's, you know, it's cost effective, it's easier. These Stays On are a new purchase. I bought these not long ago. I sort of tried to get a bit of every colour, because these are obviously, these Stays On inks, I'm not sure of you, but they do literally go on any surface. So they're great for you know, wood, metal, ceramic, paper, plastic, you know what I mean? So they'll stick on anything. So I bought a selection because I have a few ideas I want to do. So here you can see I need to paint this up. So again, that's something I will do. These are obviously the Ranger inks, 2 layers there. And obviously I've got some of these. I just find I need to find a way how to store the little blending pad. In these ones, they're underneath on the small ones. Just got to find a way of doing these ones. So basically, yeah, so this is my office. No, it's not. This is my craft room. And so this is what's right there. And if I turn myself like this is the space. Actually, this cart here, which we can talk about in a minute, I have had right here because I've just wheeled it over. So yeah, this is the space. This little container here is just again, this was from the Shabby Chic shop. You know, again, it could be a one-off, I don't know, but these are things I need to sort out. I need to put in you know, little wallets and, you know, stuff like that. Here is my cricket. This was bought for me from my husband as a Valentine gift. I have not used it as yet. 2 reasons. I am scared to use it, and also time as well, and I need to get you know, a laptop or a computer just up this end of the craft room, just so I can obviously work with it. So yeah, it's on the list of things to do. So yeah, basically this is the space when you sort of stand up. So it's quite cozy. You have, like, you know, you have everything to your hand. It's, you know, I like the open fact. I like the fact that it was quite open, but actually I don't mind this neither. You know, it's a working space. It's, you know, it's my space. You know, I can change it around. I don't have to have it like that. Like I said, because of moving things around, I actually, when I bought this unit, this one here, I was hoping I could actually stick it underneath the table. But what I realised is I couldn't actually just take the lid off like I did with this one, because the longer sides were the ones that had to come off. So that actually I was then left with, okay, I need to find somewhere for that. And that's what I did. I stuck it on the end there, and it works fine. It, you know, it sits fine there, and, you know, and it actually gives me an opportunity to use both sides of it, which I'll show the other side in the next video. See you later. Have a great afternoon. Goodbye.